Hello and good afternoon. First of all, we will look at the boundary map so you can see exactly how the property lies. Everything inside the big red line belongs to the property. Now we move on to the maps. First of all, we've got Ansião, which is 12 minutes away. Ansião is a well-equipped town in central Portugal, providing essential facilities for its registered residents and visitors. It boasts 2 large supermarkets, schools up to the age of 16. The town also features health centres, a number of bars and restaurants. There are 2 gymnasiums, swimming pools, a park, skate park. In addition, Ansião offers pharmacies and clinics. There are also a number of clothes and shoe shops, so you really are covered in most aspects of day-to-day living. And then the beach, which is 50 minutes away by the fastest route. Coimbra, which is Portugal's 3rd city, is about 34 minutes away. Lisbon Airport is an hour and 51, and if you need to go to Porto Airport, that's slightly closer, 1 hour and 40 minutes. So back to the property. You can see here now it is registered as 50 square metres on the paperwork at the moment, but that is clearly not even close. Let me assure you, it is 4 times that. And because it's stone built, you will be able to get that registered. And almost certainly you could change the use to habitation. So you could have a pretty large stone-built house here, which in a location like this really stands out. And you could increase the market value of this property markedly. So back to the property again. It's got 2 different coloured roofs. You can see Sarah, I think, walking around the back of it there. Now the big square thing at the front is obviously a nice terrace, but it also has another purpose. A giant water tank, but we will go into more of that detail later. You can see around most of the neighbours' houses are in very good condition, with well-kept gardens, which is always a bonus. So as we look around, you can see that we are surrounded by oak forest and olive groves, and it is really very pretty. And the central locations means that you can visit, take your family and friends when they visit you. Lots of local attractions in the Roman ruins, Coimbra itself, Pombal, all of these places, or Tomar, all of these places are a striking distance of this property. So as we go around, you can see the 2 colours of the roofs quite distinctly now. And if you look at the house, it is also 2 distinct colours. But rip off that render, add a couple more windows, and you have a really attractive stone-built house. No question about that whatsoever. I will swing around now, but I do think it's probably time that we swoop down and go and have a proper look.
Hello, good afternoon. Today we've got our new video for you. This property, it is a complete renovation property, but it's excellent value for money. We've just walked up, it's in a little village, and we've just walked up this street. Behind me, the sun terrace you can see. It's also a water tank. So it collects all the rainwater, and there's a tap on the other side of it. So that has dual functions. The property doesn't have a lot of land, but the water is still always valuable. Now, something here that might give you a different idea on what you do with the property is you see on this side of the wall, these are the marks of the walkers. So there's lots of walks, organised walks and routes through Portugal. And this particular property sits on the Camino de Santiago, where hundreds of people walk through.
Tens of thousands of people
will walk through. So you could use this property as a rental base. It's not throughout the entire year. They're actually walking now. If you caught that, that was the owner running. And so this could give you a different opportunity. You could create a house plus a couple of just little rooms that you could rent out. We are going to slightly change track, and Paul's going to walk up here and I'm going to walk with him and talk while he comes to the property. So I'm going to go through these double gates here. Iron gates, they can be kept, they just need, Paul can get through them, they just need to be wire brushed off and repainted. You've got a small flower bed in front of you with that aloe vera and the beautiful big plant on the left, the rhododendron. Now the wall to the right, the stone wall with the purple flowers on it, this is your right-hand boundary. And the white of the property on the right, obviously that's not yours, okay? So this area here, inside that stone wall, there's a little tiny courtyard that you can, it's got a building in it, but you could just get rid of that and create a little garden space. And most of your outside area here is on top of this sun terrace. Are you going to go up there? You can just give you an idea. Oh, just where we are really. That would be the main door of the property. And we've got one window to the right, and then the steps that Paul's just fallen up. And the door on the left-hand side takes you into the downstairs of the house. That's the neighbours, that's white. And then you can see there's nice countryside around, cobbled lanes. So it's a little village on a hill. Okay, and here, actually, if you're going all the way around, so you can see this is the, dairy. That's full of water. Oh my God, that's really full of water.
And that's the pump house, is it, just by the side of it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. No, that's where the water's going in.
Okay, that's catchment.
That's it. So, but that's absolutely full. So let's do as we said, and I'll follow Paul through the property.
I mean, this would be fabulous, wouldn't it, if it was all exposed? I mean, if you exposed all the stone and pointed it up,
yep,
it really would be fabulous.
Actually, right in front of you is the little sort of, it's not a doorway because there isn't a door, but that's going into the area I was just trying to describe. So maybe you should just have a look in there, because this is also where you'd enter. So if you go left there's a gate, and on the other side of that is where you'd park your car. It's public land, but nobody uses it, and no one's got a use to use it, because it's literally just between your house and the neighbours. And if you turn around the other way, underneath that purple plant is a wooden shack. And if we got rid of the wooden shack, there'd be a little courtyard here.
And maybe even that wall.
And maybe the wall. And then you'd create, actually, if you got rid of the wall, as much as I hate getting rid of stone, you'd reuse some of that. You could create a small garden here.
Yeah.
So, let's go into the main house. So, we are entering into, we've got a tiled floor. We're just adjusting the lights. So, what room was this? Well, it's just sort of your entrance hall, really. It's a good space, though. And from it, you can either go up the stairs as Paul was looking, or down through to the back of the property. Yeah, we're trying to get a look all around it. It's got this enormous triangular cupboard in the one corner. And then we have the door that we've both just walked through. Back along.
Go up the stairs first, or?
Go up the stairs. I know I'm always going on about the stones, but a really, really amazing, huge lintel stone above my head. So this has been the lounge of the property. As you've heard me say before, you could take these spaces out, but now there's plenty of windows. So we've just gone past the main door on the left that went onto the terrace. Then you come to this window on your left. Then there's the bedroom that you're just coming to the door of. That's also got a window in it. And then the bedroom on the right there, that hasn't got the window in it. And then coming round, there are the stairs we walked up. Okay, and then if you carry on round to the right, you can see there's one more window next to the door. You can see the electrics are on, the electrics work. So I don't know why. Neither of us know why, but the owner's scurrying around sort of underneath the camera. Okay, so I think we've probably cleared up here. But I mean, you've got nice views out of this window. What are you doing?
Showing everyone the rooms.
Okay, why don't you have a look out the window?
We'll do that.
Because I've always had a bit of an idea. There's a lot of build here and not so much garden. Somewhere at the back to actually just get rid of some of the build and use it as a terrace out the back as well. Because you've got nice views out there. Anyway, I'm meant to be behind the camera. Right, Paul, down the stairs. Oh right, you're going in here.
Yeah.
Oh no, you could put a window in. It's going through into another inside area though, but I mean, they were created.
Had a window, didn't it?
Well, sometimes they were just shelves. They were built in as shelves.
You think?
Yeah. You've seen too many of them.
Yeah.
They're not windows. They were built in an awful lot of hard work, built in shelving. Yes.
Ugh.
Now, as you come out and go back down the stairs, you can see you've got that area, which is the between this false ceiling and the tiles. Well, I'd be inclined to just take out the false ceiling and put everything up to give you a sense of height.
Yeah, but it's not lacking height as it is.
It's not, it's just I like that sensation. So walking into the last room of the property, which is the old kitchen. It's not the last room of the property, but the last room that was the house. Now you can see, again, the enormous fireplace with the traditional bread oven in it. And as you come around, you can see there is another window here on the right-hand side. So natural light, the property's already got rather a lot of it, more than usual. Now, we're going through, or we've just gone through, the what would have been the outside of the original stone walls. Oh, look at this. Can you just tell me? Oh, it's a face. Oh, I've got a face today in my marks. And look at all of those. Okay, and then here, so we're into the area that's more classified as barn. There's a toilet been put in here. I haven't put the toilet seat down because there isn't one. I just clarified that because everyone who works with me was saying, Sarah, it's my pet hate. I did look for it before I took photographs. So.
And what is that there?
Oh, well, that's the shower base, and it's plumbed in, and there's a septic tank underneath you.
Right. Okay.
Remembering things I didn't know I knew about this house. There's a septic tank over there.
Right. Okay.
So it is plumbed in, rather rudimentary, but it is. Now, while you're there, get the cornerstone in. There you go. Go up, up, up. I want to get that hole. So you've got the wall, and then just look at the height. Obviously, we've got the plastic chapper, the corrugate on the right. I mean, that's not permanent, and these are barn doors. But it's just showing you the potential that you've got here.
I mean, if you close in all this corrugated plastic, you could add this to habitation quite easily, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. Or you could just take it up a little bit and put a flat terrace on it and get the views. It depends what you want to do. It's a big space. I'm going to start going on about my beams in a minute. Everyone's bored of beams and wood. Actually, you can't be, otherwise you wouldn't be watching. Beams and wood is what we're all about. Okay, so this is definitely barn.
Yeah.
Look at that beam, look at that beam. Ooh.
Yeah, there's some huge oak beams.
Go to the next room.
Okay, but that's oak for sure. Yeah. The one it's holding up is not, but that big beam is oak.
If you just have a look at the door, stop there. See the depth of the stone that you're looking at right now.
Well, we'll go into that right now, won't we?
I mean, the floor that we're stood on... Oh, hello. I think you just got me in. The floor we're stood on is not flat. There's no point pretending that it is.
Just for Eduardo.
But with the right machinery in, you can make it flat. It's on a slope. And then as we go down through this area, there's the old tank in the corner here. I don't know how you tell whether they were wine or oil.
No, you'd know if there was oil by what was left
Depends on the amount
inside.
of machinery. If it's just empty, it's just a tank. It could just have been a water tank for the inside for the animals that
Yeah.
left in here.
Could have been.
So now we're going through.
But there is a clue as we get in here that wine was made.
Okay, it might be wine. Now we've got a mud floor here.
As the day goes soften up.
We've got some huge barrels. Shuffling around. Okay, so Paul can only just get underneath the big beam. It depends what you want to do with the property. But that has huge... For the fact that all of the exterior walls are stone means you could come in, you can obtain a new licence for the roof, which is a simple licence, and then you can renovate, change around the inside how you wish.
Yeah, I mean the only thing is you might want to add a window or two, although most of it's fairly light.
Most of it's fairly
You could get away with not adding windows, but that's the only thing you'd need a proper project for, is if you were going to add windows to the property.
On the far right side, as we came through the house and we just opened the kitchen window, that was all light, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The double doors at the end, which I said were barn doors, you put those to glass, light. Whoops.
God. I've got a trippy one on today.
Yeah. Guess who went out last night? Yeah. This is the only room without windows.
Yeah.
So I'll start saying so again. Are we going to go outside?
I think we are.
Yeah, go on then. So we are coming out of what our car's always parked in the way. Right, of what I'm referring to as the barn doors. I mean, if you look at the view over there beyond the car, you kind of just missed it really.
Those big trees kind of ruin the view a bit.
Well, not if you stood where I am.
No, I mean you can see the view.
Yeah, but then if you turn around, you see what I'm talking about, putting a terrace here. You know, this, where it's not solid, it's just temporary, it's metal. I can never, this is called chapa in Portuguese.
Yeah, if you didn't want extra habitation, then sure, you could make this into a terrace, yeah.
You could make that into a flat terrace
Really
there.
nice terrace, in fact.
Which would then flood underneath with light, because I'm sure you can do something there. But upstairs, we haven't seen an upstairs on there, have we? Oh, there are rickety stairs, and I've had a look, and it's just, I have been up the stairs. So it's got one window up there.
How do I get there?
Are you going up?
No.
Well, you go up the stairs, darling.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, tricky. As I say, I've been up them, but I didn't really do the Sarah test. I just walked up them.
We'll do the pool test.
Slightly different.
Yeah, they're fine. Decades left in these days. More, however.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's loads of height here.
Height's good. Hole in the ceiling's giving you a bit of light. It's nice. Okay, so there's the end room. I mean, this would be a nice. This would be a really nice big space.
It'd be an ensuite, big ensuite bedroom.
Yeah. You're going to need a new roof on the property, and I think you can keep a lot of the beams to create feature beams out of them, and re-roof the whole thing. I mean, when you see the price, you're going to be amazed. Right, coming down the stairs might be a slightly different matter. Oh look, I think maybe this was the shower. Look, you stand there and I pour this on you.
Ah.
I think that was the high tech.
I think that was it, yeah.
I've sussed it there.
Okay.
There we go. Gosh, who needs modern techniques? This is where we said you'd have your parking. This is the gate, and we'd probably knock that through and give yourself a garden next to the big terrace at the front. This area here, it looks really short, but it's dug in. That's the chimney, so this is the kitchen. And even though the property is on this side, partly underground. There's absolutely no evidence of damp. None whatsoever. I can smell it a mile off. So you'd still want to do some sort of damp course in there just in case. But I can tell you, I've been into some very expensive properties that got damp. No one.
That house is dry.
Yeah, the house is dry. Okay, so as we're just walking around the exterior of the property now. Have you got a sense of the height there? Because this is the space where you...
Struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Try and get... Well, look, if you could get...
It's just the sun is the only issue.
Right. Well, you get up to the top and you come back down to me, you can see that I only...
no, it's tall.
I take up, what, just less than a third of it? Here's your water connection. So these are the things we haven't mentioned. Water connection is here. It just needs a meter going in. And obviously electric's right near to us, so is telephone poles right there.
It's already in.
Oh, it is. The lights are on. She put the lights on. So you've got mains water. You've also got a tank, a holding tank, which is amazingly full. Don't know how they've managed that, really. Yeah, I haven't used it. This is the one side of the house here that hasn't got a window. Yeah. It's this bit here when we were in the underneath rooms. Then you come into actual house, i.e. it was registered as house, but because it's stone, there'd be no problem. I've lost a flip-flop. Putting it all to habitation. That's the benefit of having a solid, big stone footprint. They're not easy to find. And then we get to here. This is the end of house.
Yeah, I was just showing that it is guttering, and that's what feeds that water tank.
Yep. And here are the marks from the walkers. So we're back at the beginning. The water tank. And let's just... Can you get me, if you stay there and... Oh, you're into the sun again.
No.
You're all right. Okay. So this is your entrance. This is your boundary here. Comes up here, comes across here and goes there. Now what Paul and I were saying, if we actually took that wall out, this area here would be garden because you've got the back gate into the parking. That would be sun terrace. We put a pergola on that, put some fencing around it. It would be very pretty, low maintenance, rental possibilities, or a home. It's big enough to be a permanent home, definitely. It's a full renovation, there's no getting away with it. Put a new roof on it, redesign the inside, but it's an absolute bargain property in a desirable location.
Yeah, and you could set up all sorts of auto irrigation systems for your pot plants and trellises.
You could do.
And it could actually be just stunning.
Yeah. I think I've just inadvertently done my summary, have I?
Nearly.
Nearly. Hey, like and subscribe!